Hey everybody, welcome back to the tour of Zenler Workshop. We are on session number seven. Session number seven. So in this session, we've got David's going to be running his session. He'll pop up in a minute and come and say hi, and then I'll do a proper intro for you, just as you're all starting to pile in, and we can just have a bit of a recap as to where we are, because we've covered a lot in this workshop. We don't often do. I was trying to think back whether we've actually done a workshop with 11 sessions in it before to this depth, and I don't think we ever have. We tend to do 3 or 5 or 1. We don't tend to do workshops this big, really, do we, David?
No, this is a big one, and plus it's all team members as well. So yeah, it's much bigger than we normally do for sure.
So it's a little bit different. So if you are in the chat, whether you are on Facebook or you are in with us here in Zoom, then come and say hi. Let us know that you are here. I'm just seeing there are people here. So let us know you can hear both of us as well. Okay, that would be awesome. And we will get cracking. So are you ready to get going?
Give us a yes. Guys, I asked the question inside the Facebook group is like, how many of you are new to Zenler or you haven't used marketing funnels, or you're just interested? I know we got some people that have been here for quite a while and have been through my workshops on marketing funnels before. So I know a lot of you have, but who hasn't? So Sven says me. I'm not Sarah. Um, yeah, all right, me, newbie, Sandy. I could see Sandy, Angela. Um, me, new to it. Carol, haven't used funnels, not yet. Scott hasn't. Oh, okay. Right, okay. So marketing funnels. Let's just go. Let's jump straight into it. We've got a lot to cover. A lot to cover. All right. So remember, you can watch the replay, and you're probably going to want to pause it. Okay. So I'm going to start very simply, and then I'm going to get more complex as we go through. Right. That's what's going to happen. So Ellie did the 10 video marketing funnels, did a great job teaching that. Oh, thank you, Ellie. So let's jump straight into it, Ellie, because there's a few things that if you don't know, for you guys that have seen my workshops before, you're going to find new things in here, okay? So I'm going to jump straight to Canva template I've got here. I've got some goodies to give you, and you've got homework as well later on. And I want to go straight into what's happening today. So the agenda is, what are marketing funnels? So what are marketing funnels? Why use them? And then we've got, how do I set up in Zenler? So we're going to look at the two funnel types. Then we're going to look at the power of funnels. And I'm going to show you a simple funnel build. We're going to do a lead magnet. And we're going to do a video series funnels. It's all right. I've got all the time consuming stuff done because I've got it on my desktop ready to go. So then we're going to look at more complex funnels, and I am going to blow your mind if you think you know what funnels are and the uses for them in Zenler. Okay. So other uses for Zenler, we've got extra tips and speed tricks, which I like to throw in there. And then we're going to have an open Q&A session. So that will start. So I'm going to start with what are marketing funnels. So marketing funnels represents a student's journey, okay, or a customer's journey from initial awareness of your product or service to the final purchase. So they're basically going through a funnel system. And if you think about it, even your courses that you have is a funnel system, right? Because they go to sales page, go to checkout page, thank you page, access to the course. It's a funnel. It drives down. And funnels can be pages. You could have a series of 5 pages that lead on to each other. That is also a funnel. But with Zenler's funnels, we organize it so that it's all in one place. It means that you can set up different steps going through, and that is what marketing funnels are. And marketing funnels are for you to market yourself. So it's a good way to get leads in, to warm leads up, and then you can then convert them to sales. All right. So if you can't see the full screen, just make sure you check your Zoom view. Make sure I'm on speaker mode. Okay, you spotlight me in there. Then you'll see it as I've got it here on my screen. Yeah, so people are helping out. So there you go. If you're not using Zoom that much, you just have to play around with the view settings, little grid in there. So that is what marketing funnels are. They're all about trying to get people in to buy something for you or to drive awareness about your brand or your product. Okay, so they don't always have to be to make that sale. In this case, we're going to. Okay, and we ran marketing. Kevin ran 2 marketing workshops using marketing funnels. He did a Black Friday one and he did a New Year sales one. Okay, so he used that to get people to draw in. A lot of you were involved in that. A lot of you put your results down there. You had stunning results from those 2 workshops that Kevin ran. So marketing funnels, really powerful, really effective. Hopefully you will set things up in the homework and you will drive some leads into your lead magnet, which you're going to set up at the end. All right. So that's what they are for. So why use them? Well, again, it's all about awareness, conversions, and by getting this message across. So you can nurture leads in there, you can improve conversion rates, and you can allocate resources more effectively. Now, we'll talk about this a bit later, but funnels also provide valuable insight for measuring performance, addressing drop-offs, and continuously optimizing strategies. So you can change quite quickly, you can change a funnel or an entry page to a funnel. And you can give it a different color and it might get a different conversion rate. You can give it a different tone of the way you're speaking and messaging in that, and it can also get a different conversion rate. So funnels are very powerful also for what's called split testing, which is where you're testing people in different parts of the entry into the funnel system itself. So this is opening your eyes up. It's not just I build a funnel and there you go. There's a lot more to it than that, although it's very simple in Zenler. So how do you set them up? So we're going to jump straight in. I'm going to show you the 2 types of funnels that you can create. So inside Zenler, it's really easy to start that process. So I'm going to start the process now. And we're going to jump back to this Canva presentation. And I'll start the process by showing you how easy it is to set up. So I'm going to jump to my share now. I've got a page here. This is my Zen pop-up site. Now, you guys that have seen this site, you probably saw last time it was a gym membership. Does any of you guys remember that? It was a gym membership. So what I've done is I've followed the theme. Scott does, yeah. So this is I've just changed this really quickly, like to maybe 10 minutes. Okay. So I changed the home page to this page here, where you've got this kind of starter training course. Okay, and you've got like $200 and buy now. So this is our course. All right. So remember that later. We're not talking about course, we're talking about funnels, but this is where we're going to drive people for that sale later on. Oh, Facebook shut off for some reason. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Let me just have a look. No, it's still there. Yeah.
It's all good.
Anyway,
still there, mate.
It's all there. Okay, so maybe you've got an issue of running this and that. Okay, so let's go and jump in and start the process of creating a funnel. So I'm going to jump into my site. Let me just jump into the Zen pop-up site. And I'm going to go to and this is an open site, so it doesn't matter what you see inside this site. I'm going to go to marketing funnels. I've got some funnels set up. If you have a big screen that says create a funnel, then you haven't got any set up. These are for demoing to you a bit later, but I'm going to create a new funnel. It's this easy to start the process. So I'm going to go create process. Now we've got 2 types of funnels. All right. It's a lead magnet and it's a video series funnel. And a lead magnet is simply an opt-in page, a registration page with a form on it. That's what an opt-in page is. And then once someone fills their detail, generally their name and email, they will then go through a thank you page where they can pick up their freebie. And that might be something like a PDF cheat sheet or something like that, or a free ebook. Could be whatever you want it to be. Or you could put a video on there. So next we have down here a video series funnel. So a video series funnel allows you to load in videos. So say for instance, we have free videos, right? Start learning how to train your dog to sit, and then the next video is training your dog to be better on a lead, train your dog to stop barking. You could then do a video series. So you could put 3 videos in there, and Zenler will set it up so that you can either link to those pages immediately, or you can send out an automation. So day 1, they get a link to the first video. Day 2, an automated email goes out to give them access to video 2, and day 3 to video 3. Okay, and that's how it works. And these are the 2 main types that Zenler has in here. But this is a big but. With any of the funnels, especially the lead magnet is the one I use, even for video series funnels, you can create as many steps or pages in that funnel sequence as you like. All right. So let's start this process. Then I'm going to jump back to the Canva template. So I'm going to choose lead magnet. So this is what you guys need to do later. Follow this. So we're going to click next, and I'm going to put something in here. I'm going to put in 5. Let's put ebook 5 top tips. Okay, just something like that. I'm going to click next. Now it's going to give us the templates that we should use. Now you can just swap these images out that are in here, and you can change the text to suit your needs, and you can change the color, and then you're ready to go. So I'm going to choose, I always like to use this front one. Some of these have got pop-ups. So when you click a button, a pop-up form comes in. Now I don't like to use pop-ups, okay? This is just my personal opinion. I like forms to be in the page because you got things like pop-up blockers. And I don't know if you guys, some of you guys like pop-ups, some of you hate pop-ups. I'm a hater of pop-ups. So yeah, driving me crazy, Scott. Yeah, and also, like, if people have got pop-up blockers and things like this, it can stop it, so be careful. So I always tend to use Kevin loves it. Yeah, we're in 2 separate thing there, but from a side of view that pop-ups can be blocked, they're not good. All right, so if someone's got a pop-up blocker, then that will never appear. Okay, so be careful about them. If you want it to be for everybody, you don't want to use pop-ups. Okay, so this is the one I use. It's the classic, and it really doesn't matter because once you're in here, if you know how to use the page builder, so this is where I say to you, did you do the page builder workshop we did? You can do what you like inside these funnels. You can delete all the content out, and you can start from scratch. So let's click this first one, and then down here, I'm just going to click finish. All right, so I've started my process now of creating, and it's created my lead magnet. It's created an opt-in page or a registration page with a form in it. And then once they complete that, they will be taken to the next step, which is to say, thank you for registering. Here's your freebie. Okay. So, and that's how simple it is to do, to create these as a lead magnet. Now I'm going to jump back because one thing that you might want to do is add a PDF link in here. So if I just jump back to the marketing funnels, I'm just going to start again here and just show you. You can drop in a PDF as you go. So let me just do this. Should have done it before. I never do this. So let's go here, click here. Right, okay, sorry. So I'm going to name it inside here. We're going to call it 5 top tips PDF. And you'll see here it says freebie download, right? This is the place where you can upload what you're offering for free. So I've already got a file. I'm going to add a file. I'm going to go into my funnel media stuff. I've got this little PDF here, 5 top tips for dog training. I'm going to click notice as a PDF, and I'm going to click open. And that's going to open. It's only 2.2 megs and it's uploaded. And you can also see here, you can launch a product at the end. So you could pick one of your products and you could launch that at the end of it. So it launches for you. I'm going to keep it off. Now you don't have to put a file in there. You can add that later as well, just so that you guys know. Now I can click yes, and it's going to be in there. So I'm going to select that classic and click finish, and it will be in there. Let's just have a look at these funnel steps. This is default out the box. Let's have a look at this funnel. So this is the funnel as we have it. Of course, all these words are different. You've got download the free report. So you fill your name in, you fill your email, you click download the report. It takes you to the next step in the funnel, which is this one. And if we look at this one, you're going to see inside here, it has our download cheat sheet. And if I click that, it will open up my freebie. Okay. So all we need to do is to style this to make it look good. So let's do that. Okay. So let us go in and edit. So I'm going to change this a little bit and stay with me as I work through it. This is very simple. You're just going to click and go through. Let's go. Real time. All real time, this stuff. So let me put in here. I've got a document with my text. I'm prepared. I'm prepared here. I've got all my stuff ready. Right. Okay, let's do this. Let's put this in here. Change that text. 5 top tips. I'm going very simple. You can spend as much time as you want on this. And I'm going to put some text in the bottom here. Like this. Okay. I'm now going to just change this background. You're going to see how quickly this happens in front of your face because I've got a background image already in there. By the way, guys, up here, if you didn't know, you can search. So if I search for something like dog and then click in there, it's going to give me a lot of different dog pictures to put in there. Okay. That's what I basically did for that one. So I'm going to click that and you can now see that's opened in the background there. I want to put a little bit of an overlay on this because it's a bit dark. So I'm just going to go in here and select overlay, which is here, turn overlay on. Go down here, select a nice color in this, something like that. Okay. And I'm going to change this text in here for the button. So notice gain page builder. When you click on these elements, you go to the settings to see the settings appear on the right hand side. And I'm just going to grab the PDF. And then style for that, I'm going to change this button color. I've got that color there. I'm going to pull it a little bit darker that side. And that is it. So I've got my PDF there. Done. Okay. So that is all set. Now I want to show you the options of the submit button because this throws people sometimes. If you go to the submit button and the options, go to settings, you have the actions in here and you can see post submit action is go to next step. This is a form, so the action type is submit form. Don't go changing this to something else. Okay, this is something people do all the time, and then they put a link in there and then the button doesn't work. It's a submit form action on this button to submit the data to Zenler. And the post submit action is go to next step. You could also send them to another URL if you've got a URL. But in this case, we're going to send them to the next step. And all you need to do then is you need to hit save. Now, let's save that. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a pop-up come up. And this is another big thing for you guys. And I see this all the time. How many of you guys have done a funnel or a page and you've posted it on our Facebook group or to your social channels and you've got the word opt-in page or register page, not what you expected, not the name of the page? How many of you have done that? All of you, I think. At one time or another, all of you have done it. Scott's done it. Right. And that is because of this SEO. So you need to be naming this when this jumps up. We make this jump out in front of you. So most people go, I bet you guys do this. You just click done, don't you? And then you just leave it. But what happens then is when you go to upload it, you're going to get this details. And this is our SEO. This is really, really important. So you want to put in here something like that represents the page, obviously. So free PDF for dog training. Yeah, you don't even have to say 5 tips, but you could. And then you want to put a little bit of information in here. So this is the kind of SEO part. So I'm going to just take this in here. I'm going to put that in there. And then in the keywords, meta keywords, we're going to put what it is. So you want to put something like dog training. You want to then put a comma, and then you want to put free PDF or dog training. You want to put 5 tips on training your dog. You get the idea? So a few of those. And then what I do is I click save. And what I like to do is I like to save it, and then I like to preview it, and I like to snip it, and I'll use that for the preview. So you're going to see it in a minute. I'm going to now preview this little page I've created. I'm now going to use my snipping tool. One of you guys know the shortcut for screenshot using a Mac. If you put it in there, if you're using a PC, you can just type snipping tool, and it looks like this. And you can just go new. And then what we're going to do is we're going to snip part of this out like this, so it looks nice. And then I'm going to just save that. This is a really quick way to create your SEO preview, or what appears when you put it on the social channels. So I'm going to go save as. I'm going to call it dog in there and put that on my desktop. Okay, so I saved it. I'm now going to go back to my edit page. I'm going to go back to the SEO, which we put that details in. And under here, this little button, we can now use that image that we had. So I'm going to go upload image. I'm going to go to my desktop. There it is. And I'm going to click that, open it. You can crop it. I generally upload without crop because it's only screen size. And now this is what our preview will look like in here. And you can do the same thing for your pages, guys. So that's going to help you out with all your pages that you've done. And get it? Should we use the URL behind the words privacy policy on the bottom of the page? No, I mean, you can, what your privacy policies are your privacy policies. So you probably want to put a link to your privacy, and you can do it in the page. So if I wanted to click this, I could click this block here, delete it out, and I could just add it in here. So I could add a new block in here if I wanted to, and put that privacy or terms in there. It's really up to you. All right, so let's save that. So we've got our first page done here. And now you can do 2 things. You can either jump back to do the thank you page here, or you can click in here and do the thank you page here. So if I click the thank you page here, it's going to now open up the thank you page. This one will close as long as I've saved it. And we will have created our lead magnet. So let's do this here. It's going to open up. You can change this text. So we just give you this copy. You don't have to use it. And there. Now, this is the last page, right? So this is the last page. So this is the thank you page. This is where they've come to here. Now, I always suggest that you put some sort of CTA on there, and we're going to look at that later. But as inside the actual sheet, inside the PDF, I've got that already done. And don't worry, this template I'm about to show you now is actually I've got a Canva link for you to go and grab it to create your own version of. So this is the top tips. Okay, this is the top tips. This is the PDF that I uploaded. So it basically goes through consistency is key, reinforcement down here, be patient. So this is what they get. They get this as a PDF. Now, the last page, always have a place to go next. So I've set this up with £25 off using coupon code WOW 2025. So you'd have your URL in there, they can enter that in there. So you've given a CTA at the end. Always do this. Don't just end it on that slide there and say, good, now I've captured them as leads. Always give them a place to go. Okay. So remember to do that. And that's in the actual thing anyway. All right, inside here. So let me now format this quickly. So I'm going to go in here. Change the color to that. I'm just going to check that this is linked to the button as well. Yeah, there it is there. That's good. So I don't want cheat sheet. Click save. Okay, we've now created a lead magnet. With the thank you page, less important that you do the SEO, but definitely that front page, because that's the one that you'll be sending out. I like to do them all, but for the sake of this workshop, I'm not going to add it in there. Also with this, I think is a bit tight to the top. So I'm just going to select the row and just move it out a little bit here. So it's a bit better, and click save. Okay, so I've done my 2 pages now. So someone will sign up for this. They'll go into the opt-in page. They'll create those details and they'll go through to the thank you page. But that's all we've got at the moment. So to back this up, we want to make sure that we're sending an email out to them. So if we go into email automations now, this is in the same funnel, email automations, and we come down here, you're going to see that we've got some automations already in here. So add a rule here. This is on subscribe. So when someone registers, all right, so someone fills that form in, that's what that rule is. And these are actions, pre-set up actions that Zenler have given you a bit of information on what you need to do in this area. But what I like to do is I like to clear it all because I like to start from fresh. So I go in here and I delete these out and I just go into the first one and I just put in my details in here. So inside here, I take all of this stuff. It seems like I'm really wrecking it, but I'm not. I'm just going to go through and just set it. So I've cleared it all. So all I want to do in here is I want to just tell people that they can pick up this or thank you for registering, because then you've got access to newsletters and things like this. So let me just I've got a little bit of text I'm going to grab. Let me just grab this text. Okay, inside here. So done that bit. And I'm going to also put something else in here. Right. So I've done a nice little email out there. Now I'm going to select all of the text. I'm going to go to font. You can change the fonts inside here. I'm going to select Arial because it's common with Mac and PC. I'm also going to set the font size a little bit bigger to like 20 just to make it a bit more legible. And now I need to add my personalization. So at the moment, that's just a placeholder. I'm going to delete it out so the cursor's flashing. I'm going to go to personalization and I'm going to do first name. Right, now remember in the fields inside the form, we had first name and email. If you had last name, you could also put last name in there. You could put email in there as well, and that will pull the data in from the form. So we've got dear, whoever fills it out, and then it tells you about this. And this is where I've got my limited time offer. So again, as well as having the CTA in that PDF, I've also got it in the mail that goes out. And the mail tells them that they're part of this. They're going to receive emails of valuable resources, discover action, advice. So you're giving them a bit more information. So they've not just signed up and got a PDF, but they've got an email that says, you know, this is what you've got access to now. And did you know about our limited time offer? So you've got the limited time offer in there, WOW 25 at checkout. So you can put that in bold there. And then you can put the course link inside here. So our course is inside here. So if I right hand click, open tab, I've got my course here and I set up a coupon for that course here. So if I grab that link, notice the dog course sample has been set up for that. I copy that. I can put that into here. So And I'm going to select this and I'm going to go and drop the link in here and click insert. And that link is now there. So I can test this out. So you'll put your name and your company in there as well. You get the idea. And let me just save it first. Oh. And create the title for it. Welcome to Dog Center. And then we'll put the name in there as well. Welcome, whoever it is, to the Dog Center. So something like that. And now I can save that out. So once I've saved that, do I want to pause it? If it's paused, it won't fire when someone fills the form out. So I definitely want to make it live. So made it live now. Let's preview this inside here. This is seat. That's personalization. Notice first name. It's pulled that data in. We've got the link there. If I click that link, it's going to open here. Look, and it's reduced it because I added a coupon 175. All right, so that all works. I mean, definitely test it. Put your email address in there, send it out. Definitely test the funnel as well works. But that's it. That's now a working lead magnet funnel. It's all done. And that's that one. So I'm going to jump across. Is there any questions, Kevin, coming in? Probably quite a few.
There are quite a few questions, but they're not quick fire questions. So I've answered some. Yeah, we're going to do in Q&A.
Okay, good. Fabulous. All right. So I'm going to share my screen on the right. Okay. All right. So we started that process. We basically built a lead magnet there. And if we go in here, we got two types of funnel, video series, and we got the video series funnel, and we got the lead magnet, which is simple opt-in bonus to give away. Always remember, you know, Kevin will say this as well, that anything you're giving out, there should always be a next thing to do, or there should be some sort of offer at the end of it. Even if you're sending them to a full price course, there should be some action. I see a lot of people actually do just get people in as leads, but they don't put anything after. So they'll just give the offer away and then it will be like, oh, well, great, they've got that offer and then they're in there, but there's nothing for them to see or go on to next time. Okay. So Ben is saying, so interesting, I never personalize them. Yeah, you need to use the personalization when you can. It's going to, more of that stuff's going to be adopted going forwards. So let's have a look at the power of funnels. So marketing funnels are extremely powerful because they are contained in one of the courses and make them extremely easy to look after. So basically, because they're all in one place, it's really easy for you to look after those funnel steps. It's not like, you remember I was saying before, like you can create a funnel system with pages, but the real pain with that is that the pages are scattered all over the place. So with a funnel, you've got them all in one area. So some uses for it would be to a simple lead generator or lead maker, run live events. You guys that are in here today have gone through our marketing funnel. Did you know that? Did you even know that you've gone through a marketing funnel and we're sending out the lives? So marketing funnels can be used to send out live events, create self-contained mini sites. Yeah, and I'm going to show you an example. Trigger emails to fire. So if you have a form on any of your pages, you can use funnels, not the funnel steps. You don't have to build a funnel. You just need to create a funnel and then you can set up a series of automations to fire. And I'm going to show you that as well. You can target exactly who you want by tagging or the various filtering elements inside. And it can be based on people's options when they click inside of the funnel. So for instance, if I had a funnel, and I'm going to show you this again, if I had a funnel that has, are you interested in, and then one button says cats and one button says dogs. If someone clicks the dogs, it will tag them as they're interested in dogs. The emails inside the funnel that are aimed at the dog owners will go to them, but the ones that are aimed at the cat owners will not. Did you know you could do that? That's with funnels. And it's pretty easy once you understand the basics of this stuff. So we've built the simple lead magnet. So let's have a look at the video series funnel. So we're going to have a look. Yeah, there's loads of light bulb moments in this. And I'm going to show you, I've done a demo. I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to create it all from scratch. I'm going to show you what I've done because there's quite a lot of pre-prep work that goes into running these workshops. So let me now go in and show you. Now we've created that first funnel. I'm going to jump back to here. We've got that funnel running, the but things live. So if I go back to my marketing funnels, you're going to see that I've got a new one here. It's the 5 top tips. We just created that. It's the lead magnet. Let's go in now and create a new funnel type. So I'm going to create a video series funnel now, guys. So I'm going to run through this really quickly. So I'm going to call this video series for dog. Let's put handlers. Okay, right. What we have here, that we've titled it, this is the name of the marketing funnel, right? So this is add video steps. Notice a maximum of 10 videos allowed. So when you add a video step, it's the first step that in the screen wasn't so blurry. Is it blurry? Really? Are you guys finding it blurry?
No, it's all good.
Oh no, yeah, it might be internet speed, guys. So I got on this on 1080. It's high HD. That's no fine for me. Yeah, it's you guys. Yeah, internet. Pedal faster. Right. So let's go and create this. So these are video steps. So this is a video series funnel. We're going to create video steps. I'm going to go video steps. Let's drop a video in here. So if I click this, I'm going to find my videos. I've got 3 videos here pre-prepared. This is basically that PDF, but turned into videos. I'm going to select video step 1. It's the first step. So I'm going to click that, and this is going to upload. Very small file, so it'll upload. By the way, guys, you can also select from the media library. So if you guys have bulk uploaded this to the media library, you can select it. I'll show you now. If you go there, you can go to the media library and you could select it inside here. Okay. So let's go to video step 2. Video step 2. This will be the second step in the process. Again, it uploads it, it puts them in there. It will create those steps, and up to 10 videos can be put in here. So let's go to the next one, video 3. Click there, uploaded. And you can also embed code as well. So you could use a YouTube video in there if you wanted to, or any embed code. That's it, it's done. Again, we've got, do you want to launch a product at the end of it? You could if you wanted to. So play around with this stuff. Right, so yeah. Right, let's click next here. And again, we have these options. So these are different options. They've got little lockers on here. You can play around and see which ones you like. But like I said before, they're highly customizable. Again, I'm going to use the classic. Go through. And this will then go bang, bang, bang. It'll do the opt-in page, video 1, video 2, video 3. It's created them. Let's have a look at these. I'm going to go and preview this front page. This is the opt-in page. Again, you'll put your words and all of this stuff. You can also put a video in, placeholder video in there. So if you want to put a video inside here saying this is what you'll get as part of this, you can add it inside there. It's just a placeholder. Again, you've got that name, email, and then let me in. And if we go to the next video step, you're now going to start seeing the videos. So this is once they're in, you can see this video. So again, you can change this text and you'll see that this is checkered. Again, a lot of people say, why is there a checker line? It basically because the video is processing. So when it's finished, you'll get a little screen, little thumbs of this, and they can click through. So let's go to video 2. It's pretty much the same. Go through, bang, bang, bang. Okay. All right. So that's what it does, creates that. I'm not going to go and edit this. There's really no point. So I've got that opt-in page. I go through video 2. But how do they get to video 1, 2, and 3? Well, that's via automations. So you're going to do is you're going to send out an automated email when they register. So when they register for this, we want to send them to this first step in the video. Are you with me on this? Yeah, because they've signed up. They're like, where's my video? Where's my first day video? Because let's pretend this was a 3-day video series. All right. So we're going to send them to the first step in the video. Good. You're all good on it. Darlene Buenos. Okay, so what I do is I copy this link for this video, and speed saving tip here, automations, right hand click, open link in new tab. There it is there. This means that I can jump back to grab the URLs later. So I'm now on the email sequence. I'm going to open this up, and I'm doing this very basic. So all I'm basically going to do is put the link in here. So if I just select this, by the way, don't delete the bottom out. Don't delete this mailing address out. A lot of people do this, and it needs to be in there. The mailing address and the unsubscribe link need to be in the base. Okay. You can find them under personalizations if you accidentally delete them out. Okay. So in here, I'm going to put dear, and then personalization. Let's put first name, and I'm going to put day 1 video. Grab it here, and then I'm going to do that. I'm going to, because I copied that link, remember, copied that link, remember that link from there. I copied it. I went copy there, and I put that link in there. I selected across it, went to the little link icon, and that's day 1 video. So done. All right. Obviously you put a proper email together for this, and then I go in here, day 1 video. Again, you would title that nicely as well, and it's going to be after delay, after subscription 0, right? 0 minutes, 0 hours, it all means the same, and it'll go out straight away. So someone fills the form, and when this is live, this is the first email they receive, and it will be a link to the first video. Okay, so I'm going to click save to that. I'm going to make it live now. And what I do, another speed saving technique, is don't bother to go into these and set them up. Just do this. Just delete this out. Delete these out like crazy. And that first one that you've got here that you've formatted nicely and it's ready to go, you can just clone it. So I'm going to clone it, and we're going to call this day 2, and just going to click clone. Okay, now I've got it in there. I'm going to go after subscription 1 day. So a day later, this one's going to go out. Okay, and I'm going to put in here day 2 video. Okay, now I want to change this link. So I'm going to go back to here, and this is why I opened the other one, day 2 video here. I want to grab that link, jump back in here, and I want to put the link in there. Let me just unlink first. Sometimes you have problems with this. So I insert link, and
I think David's frozen, unless it's me.
a bit of time.
Hey, you're back.
Hello.
You froze.
Where did I stop? Maybe my internet.
Where you were doing the edit the link, unlink, and then put the link in on day 2. You froze.
Oh, okay. So all I did then was I saved it, and it went live. Okay. So when it's live, it's good. So we know that this one's going to go out 0 days from subscription when they sign up. And this one's going to go out 1 day later. All right. And now I'm going to do the same. So now I want video 3. So I'm going to clone this, and we're going to put in here 3 and click clone. I always name my actions as well. I think it's really important because it can get complicated. Kevin, it's normally you that freezes. Lucky I'm back. Right, okay, let's go. So now I've got the 3rd one in the series. We're going to put day 3 video. Again, in here I want to put 3, and I'm going to do 2 days. So remember, initial day 0, 1 day later, 2 day later, so video 3. Okay, and I want to grab that 3rd video, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come into here. I'm going to go over this link. I'm going to go unlink, and then I'm going to link again. Hopefully it won't freeze at this point. And there we go. And now I'm going to click save. So we want to make it live. Right now, guys, how long did that take me to do? What, 12 minutes, something like that? I've now created a video series funnel with all the automations that go with it. Okay, so really, really quick. You can do this stuff quick. And if you're using ChatGPT, you can even generate the text, which is what I'm going to show you later, which I did. But this all works. So now let's just have a look at this in preview. So again, it's a very good idea to test the funnel. So make sure that you go and test it before you release it on your social channels or tell people about it. You want to test it. But I test it in two phases. I test it inside the automations, and then I test it actually on the page. Okay, so I'm going to select this first one. I'm going to go preview here. This is my first test phase. So preview, I get this to come up. I go, right, okay, is that going to work? Open that. Yeah, that's video 2. That's video 1, the first one. That looks good. Then I jump down to the next one, video 2. I preview that. That comes up. I'm going to make sure it's going to video 2. Yes, it is. That one there. Could change the screenshot for that. Let's open that one up. Notice it's opened these up. This one's locked. This one's opened. And we'll go to the third one now. So the third one, which is the last one in the sequence, we'll preview that. That will come up, pop it. Testing is so important. It's really important. So we got the last one in there as well. So I know that these are working. You want to go and play them as well. It's only just loaded, but it should be okay. Okay, so you want to test those as well and make sure they work. And that's it. But one last thing. What did I say to you about any funnel? Do you guys remember? What should we have on all funnels? Yes. Sandy, Ellie, Angela, exactly. So we want to send out a fourth mail. So I'm going to jump back. I'm going to close this off. I'm going to jump back to the video steps, and I'm going to create another page. So I'm going to clone this page, this video opt-in page. I'm just going to click clone, and it will come up here, and I'm going to drag it down here, right to the bottom. So let's go. We're going to drag it to the bottom. And why have I chosen this one? Because this one works for me because it's got text in it. It was the opt-in. So now I can go in here and I can then put my CTA stuff in there. So I can send people to a coupon link. I can, send them to a course. I could even send them to a live if I wanted to. So you put there. So I'm going to put in here my CTA. So let's just for clarity, CTA. In there. By the way, this one, if you don't want a placeholder, you can right hand click in that row and you can delete the column, and then it will just delete that out. Okay, I'll leave this all in here, but you get the idea. This last step is a CTA. So click save to that. The SEO box will drop off. Don't want that. Remember, you need to SEO that first page, really important. So I've now created this CTA, this last step in the funnel. So on day 4, what I can do now is I can grab this link, which I'll copy here. And by the way, guys, you can come in and you can change this. So you can change it to CTA course or something like that. Then if I click update, it will then change that URL in there. So you can change that URL. Okay. So we're going to copy that. Now I want to jump to my automations, and I'm just going to add a full female. So not on the second day, but second day on the third day, I'm going to have that. You could even put it in the last day if you wanted to, but let's do this as a 4th day and go and call it a CTA and click clone. That will clone that out. Now we're going to change that to day 3, and inside here, special offer, grab it here, and then I can just put that in there. Insert the link, click OK. Oh. Okay, that should be good. And that's going to be out day 3. So I got 0, 1, 2, 3, day 3 in there. Let's call this bonus CTA. And do anything else? Nope, that's good. Day 3 submission, all good. Click save, going to make it live. And we're going to preview that. So I'm going to preview that, and I should get that CTA page come up. So if I click that, open it, should open CTA. There you go. So it's linked to that page. So now, do you understand? Do you understand that funnel steps can be, extra steps can be created and you can link them using automations, but you can also link them inside of a funnel page itself or a funnel step itself. So we've covered there creating a lead magnet and a video series funnel very, very quickly if you've got the stuff to go with this. So I'm going to return back to what I need to. I need to give you a couple of things first. I need to give you a Canva template for that PDF, for that guide, so that you've got it. So I'm going to put that in the chat. You guys can grab it. It will be on the replay page. So I will put it in the replay page, but I'm going to include it in here. Now, you're to use this base. You'll use this Canva template and make it your own. So give 3 tips, 5 tips, 10 tips. Don't spend a load of time on it. Just think about what you're trying to do here. If you guys have never done it before, just try to get to the end where you've completed something rather than let anything stop you. So this is the 5 top tips Canva template. I'm going to put it into the chat so you guys can grab it. And let me just make sure it's for everybody. There we go. So hopefully you guys, all of you have got Canva and you can make that your own. So you can go in there and you can just make that template your own with the top tips. Then you can just output it as a PDF and then you can just use it. Okay. So Crystal's got a question. For the replay, you use the replay page from the funnel page. Do you just edit the page after every new replay? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do. So the funnel page, I'll be showing you our funnel that we're running in now that you came in. I'll be showing you that. So I think stay to the end. Try to get more questions together, but you might find that I'm answering questions as we're going through, and which is I hope I am doing. So let me now jump back to the right. Okay. So I'm going to just share my screen because we're now going to move in. So I've shown you now how to create a lead magnet funnel and a video series funnel. That basically is my job done. But I'm not stopping there because now we're going to jump into showing you a little bit about the power of funnels. And this stuff really, if you, even you guys that are experienced in here, if you haven't done it, use funnels a lot, you're going to be a little bit kind of like, whoa, I didn't know that. So more complex funnel. So multi-day events like we're doing here. This was all run inside a funnel using one-to-one bookings and using a direct link. Okay. So that's how we've run it. It's a multi-day event. We can run it for however long we want to. Okay. We have automations firing out in the automations, and I will be showing you this. Branching funnel systems that tagged based on users' input. Okay. Outgoing and ingoing connections. So you can outgo and in connect and basically create a mini site. Index site for other funnels. So you could actually use it. You could create a funnel with no opt-in that has a ton of buttons in there linking to other funnels, almost like a link tree site. So that could be really interesting for you. Email based on filters for targeting as well. So we're going to jump into the kind of advanced side of things now. I don't expect you, I just want you to understand it can be done. I don't want to blow your minds with this stuff. I just want you to know that it can be done. Right. So Joyce is asking for no, you need to just sign up. Free Canva account and you can sign up and get that template link. Okay. So trigger email sequences, other uses for funnels, trigger email sequences, updating users in a funnel quickly. So like I did, I don't know if you received an email an hour ago. Okay. I just did an extra email to tell people about this, and I just did this from the funnel and sent it out to everybody. So it's a really quick way of sending it out to people as well. Funnel systems, running frictionless live events like this one. So really people don't even need to register. You can see we make it so frictionless that we even people from the Facebook group, we drop the link in there and then they can jump in. We couldn't make it any more frictionless. So this is really good. So you mean using email automations? Yes, absolutely, Ellie, for quick sending out to people. The great thing about funnels is that you really segment people. It's like if you have a if you have a funnel system that is not using the funnel steps, but using the automations, and again, I will show you this, you can create things like newsletter subscribers. So they can, if you look at our blog site, that's what we've done on our blog, on our newzenler.com/blog. At the bottom, there is what looks like a form, a subscription form to sign up for our blog. If you fill that out, you get entered into a funnel system, which means that you're tagged in that funnel system. It means I can filter you and I can send an email out to all of you users, almost using it like a newsletter type system. So that's really good. Information and a self-contained site. So these are extra tips and tricks. Let me jump back. I'm now going to show you what's possible. And this should be good for you guys. So let's go in this. I'm going to close a few windows down because I've got a ton of stuff opening. Right. Okay. Right, back on our Zen pop-up site. Okay, let's go and show you what's going on. So in my marketing funnels, first thing I want to show you is the trigger funnel. So the trigger funnel is a way that you can send people into here and make automations fire. So let me show you. I'm going to open this in a new tab. I'm now going to go into the pages inside Zenler. And I'm going to go to a page that I set up, which is this home one. Let me just preview it, make sure it's the right page. Yes, there it is. I've labeled it all. So inside here, I'm going to edit this. And I want you to see what happens. So this is a page in the site. Right. So this page in the site has a form built into it. When someone fills the form out on my page here, they will get entered into this trigger funnel. Notice the name of it. It's called trigger funnel. All right. So let's have a look. What happens? How do we get them into that funnel? Well, this is just a simple form. It's a name and an email. And inside here, the submit button, if I go to the settings and we look on the right-hand side and open up settings, you're going to see add to funnel. Right? Add to them to the trigger funnel. So when they fill this out, they'll be added almost like they subscribed in the opt-in page, but it's exactly the same. So you're adding them to that. So that at that point, the automations inside the funnel can take over. You don't need to create funnel steps in there. You just need to use the automation. So someone fills this out, their name, their email, and you have it connected to add to funnel. I've even added a tag. Look, so it tags them on here and it adds them to the funnel. And I've even got a post submit action down here, which sends them to a thank you page. So let's have a look at the funnel. So they've filled this out. They're on this page. They get entered into this trigger funnel. This trigger funnel has 2 steps in it, but there's nothing in these pages. I'm not using the pages. Look, it just says there, join our membership. There's no opt-in form on that page. There's no opt-in form on this page. It's exactly the same as each other. It's if people land on there, I want them to click that to go to my homepage, right? Not that they're going to find it. So now if I go to my automations, this is where it's important. So if someone's filled that form out, I can now send them an email. So inside here, I've got an email telling them that they've filled the form out, and then they've got, yeah, now you've got access to exclusive competition giveaways, event updates, and it's all worked from here. Now, if I created, like we did similarly before, if I create a clone of this and I change this text and I click live, the email, if I've got it set on 0 days from subscription, will go out to them automatically. So it will just go out to them instantly. So you've got one place in this marketing funnel where you can send information out to people that are registered in this in this thing from a page. So I'm not using the funnel steps. I'm using purely the automation part of a marketing funnel to send emails out to people via automations. Okay, that's quite a big one. Did you guys know you could do that? I call this trigger funnels. It's basically triggering emails to fire. Who's interested in that one? Or are you like, oh no? Amazing. Ellie, so all right. Scott, yeah, exactly. I don't follow. It's basically, it's just all you're doing is you instead of having the opt-in form in the funnel, you can put an opt-in form anywhere you like on your site, any pages, and you can link to the funnel, okay, and use the funnel's automations to send emails out to people. So the opt-in form is just like a block. Yeah, exactly. Because you've added it. You don't need to add them in the form itself. You don't need to add them to a trigger funnel. You can just leave it as a normal form. You could turn it off. As soon as I turn that off, it's now just now a lead generator. It's just grabbing from here. There won't be any automations fire if I turn that off because there's no automations on this. You've got to tell it like, okay, if you're part of that funnel, inside the funnel, there's automations. So I'll send it out to them. That's it in a nutshell. So remember that. So it can really help you. Like, even if you're like, well, I kind of get it, but I don't get it. Just understand that it can be done. All right. I don't expect you to be able to do all of this straight away. I just expect you to understand it can be done. That way, when you come to do it, you'll ask that question on the Facebook group and people will be like, oh yeah, you just follow this video David did on trigger funnels and you'll find it straight away. So understand that it can be done, but you don't need to necessarily know how it's done at this stage if you're not using it. Information is key, knowing things. So I turn that back on, and now if someone fills this out, the automations in the trigger funnel will fire. So that's one thing. So that's trigger funnels. So let's now go back to something else, right? So we're now going to jump into the funnel with options. Actually, no, I'll jump into the small site. So maybe you don't want to use automations. Maybe you want a place that's really easy for you to update, like a mini site. So I'll give you a case study. Maybe a lot of you have said this as well in the group. Maybe you want to show your members how to cancel their subscription. It's funny, a lot of you ask that question, and I'm like, it's the last thing you should be asking. I see the sort of question I ask is how can they extend? How can they buy more rather than how can they cancel? So anyway, people have asked that. So this could be a great solution for you. So this small site in a funnel is literally that. It's like a small website. And I'm going to show it to you now. So inside my automations, I've got 0 automations. In fact, I've deleted them all out. And I'm using this little mini site as a place for people to go. So I could link to this URL here, the first step, in my menu system, right? So I might call it additional help or support or something like that. Then I could set up a little funnel like this, and I could create a mini little site in that funnel. So let's have a look at it. I'm going to preview it and show you. This is the page. This is a page. This is a funnel page. Notice I've put the header in here as well. So it's part of the main navigation. But let's now jump. What I'm doing now, I'm cancel. Look at this cancel page. Help page. Back to the home page. I could send people to a freebie like here. So I've gone to a freebie page there with a link to give a discount. This is all happening inside the funnel. So look, cancel page, the help page, the cancel page, right? Remember those words. Let's have a look. Let's go and have a look at these. So if you look at this, this is the first page. There's a button here. All of these buttons link to different funnel steps. So I've created an internal mini site. No automations. It's a marketing funnel, guys. I've created a mini site. Now, this means that I haven't got 4 extra pages in my main site. I've got it all here. I can jump in and out of these pages and I can edit these. I can add more links in. I could put a video in there. This is almost like a little kind of membership area. But remember, these pages are open, so it wouldn't be good for a complete closed. Yeah, exactly, Sandy. It's like a hack on this. It's not really a hack because I'm not making it do something it's not supposed to do. It's like the whole thing with marketing funnels. If we go back to the beginning, any page can be a marketing funnel. Any step in a funnel can be a marketing funnel page. So that's how I look at it. I look at the content is just getting them from one place to the other or helping them with something. So this particular marketing funnel is not really a funnel, it's more of a help center. So if you guys, a case study for this might be like you do a video or you show steps on how your members can cancel their subscription, you could put that in one page. Then in another page, having problems or want to know more, you could then have an email address in one of the buttons for you to, or it fires off to an email address to you to get more information. Say, for instance, you wanted to take a survey from your users. You might then have a button in there, can you please take my survey, and send it to like a Google survey or something, you know? And so you can use it in a ton of different ways. It's a way of like managing all in one place. And what's great about it is that all of those pages, I can go, oh, right, okay, I want to just update those little pages. I just got to jump in there. I haven't got to go to site, pages, jump in the page, go in there. I can do it all inside here. So that's another case study for it. Now I want to show you the funnel with options. All right, guys, this is great. You'll love this. So let me just close these down and show you this funnel options. Right, this is good. Right, so this is working on the principle of branching funnels. Right, I did a video on it. I showed a more complex system, but I want to show you how this works. We have a first step in the funnel, take a pic. Then we have a step called dog. Then we have a step called cat. Then we have a thank you page. Right, so let's go and have a look at this first page. So this would be the first step in the funnel. So you have here, like, take your pick. What do you have? I love cats. I prefer meow. Cats. Should have done I prefer cats. So what happens with this? This is the first step in a funnel. Like if someone clicks this, they will go through to this form. It says woof. It's the dog form. All right. If we go back one, if I click this one, it will go through to a form, meow, cats. All right. Now, when they fill this out, what it will do is it will tag them with cat, or it will tag them with dog. All right. So they're tagged. When they come in, they're tagged. Then it will take them to the thank you page. And I'll just show you the thank you page. It's nothing interesting. It just goes here. You could send them to different ones. But on that thank you page, you're going to see here, I have a time limited offer to grab 25% off the starter thing, right? So remember what I said, CTA, always trying to get them to buy the next thing from you. Remember, this is free stuff you're giving out. So now let's have a look at what happens when someone fills this form out. So they've gone in, they clicked, I prefer dogs, right? Or I prefer cats. They've been tagged. Let me show you this. Let me show you the tagging. So it's really clear. So I'm going to do the dog one. The cat one's exactly the same. I don't need to show you both. So this is the form for the dogs. And this is the tagging that happens. Really super simple. You can clone the step. So if you create the dog one first, you can clone it. Same way you do with the emails, and then call it cat, and you can just swap out the bits you need. Like you put meow in there and change the tag, which I'm going to show you in a second, to cats. So let's click the submit button. All of it is the submit button is the really important bit. If you click that little settings button there, go to the settings. What does it say here? Dogs. It adds a tag. So when someone fills this form out, like Kevin there, puts Kevin at Zenler.com, hits this, it will tag him with dogs, right? If they go into the cat one, it will tag them with cats, right? That's all you need to know at this stage. I have a post submit action, which goes to the thank you page, right? Which you saw. So let's have a look at the all important automations. And this is where it gets cool. So in here, I've got two emails. One is dog, one is cat. People that have signed up for the dog will go get the dog email. People that have signed up for the cats will get the cat email. And how have I done this? Filters. Really simple. So I've created my dog one here. I said dog guide PDF. Inside here, you have a link to the PDF. And down here, this is the all important filtering. User tag contains dogs. It will not send out to anyone else that hasn't got the tag of dog. The same applies for cats. So cat guide, user tag contains cats. And it's really easy to set up because you can just drop in a filter. So if I show you it working, there's one caveat that I need to make sure that you understand. So I'm going to delete this out. So this is how you'll probably have it, and you won't have even gone down here. All you need to do, add a filter group, and you're going to see a ton of options in here. So if you think this is cool, look at the options that you get inside. So we're now going to add the filter. So you can filter based on a ton of different options, just like you can with filtering for emails. So down here, you have all these options. Are they completed a course? Are they subscribed to a funnel? User tag contains? User tag does not contain. Did they open an email? Did they give EU consent? You know, there's a ton of different options, but we'll stay really simple. You can put these filters on top of each other. So if you want them to have the tag cats and dogs, you can do one tag contains cats, and you could add another filter contains dogs. You can build on these filters in series, but be careful because sometimes you can cause it so it actually sort of loops with itself and then it doesn't work. So you need to plan this stuff out carefully. So keep it simple. User tag contains, I'm going to click there. Now it's going to give you a list of all the tags. So I'm going to select cats. Okay. And I'm going to click save changes. And now it will only go to people that were with cats in there. Right. Now a caveat to this is if you haven't got a user with a tag already, it won't show in your list. So you need, if you're setting these up, you need to do one thing. You need to go to your site, and I do this always anyway. If I go to all in here, you're going to see I've got a user. It's under my account, like +004. Okay. I've got a user and I've called it tag manager. Now, if I've got tags, when I haven't got anyone in there, that tag doesn't exist. So I need to go into one of my fake users. You can do this, takes 2 seconds, and I need to just edit that user, go in here, and I just need to add the tags cats and dogs in there. And that way it will show in the funnel. All right. So before you start trying that and go, my tag doesn't appear, you just make sure that it's on your test account user, and then it will appear. But really cool. So you can filter it based on choice. And I think that's pretty good stuff. So I can see Sabrina Vargas says it's mind blowing. So you guys like that? Is that good for you? Have I covered enough? Or do you want more? Right. No, I haven't covered enough, Scott. You're so bad. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to show you the tour of Zenler workshop emails. So this is so simple, right? And I think you'll like it because it's actually introducing lives in here. So I'm going to share my screen. I've only got names. I haven't got email addresses. So you're not going to see any email addresses. So I'm safe on that. I always have to check those things when I'm starting. So I'm going to share my screen. This is actually the tour of Zenler. So if I go into the funnel steps here, I just want to show you the funnel steps. So this is the funnel steps. So this was the page that you came in and you registered for. We put World Time Buddy in there and we put all this nice stuff, but basically it's a name, it's an email, and it's enroll. And we haven't even added a tag in there. We don't need to because we can actually filter based on funnel anyway. So we don't need that. So if I go back to, where am I? Hold on. Okay, right here. So then we got a thank you page. You guys went through this, so you saw it. So there's a thank you page, tells you about the dates, all that stuff. And then we have the replay page. So someone was asking about replays. Yeah, after this show finishes, that video will be processed by the VA, and she will upload it into these ready-made blocks that I set up. So she'll drop it in under here. She'll edit it, put a slide on the front, and then she'll drop it in, okay? Because we start 15 minutes early. So me and Kevin have a good old chat, and it could be about anything like today. So we have to edit that beginning part off, and that then goes in there. So that's how our replay works. And we do that roughly about 3 hours after the live is finished. Okay, then it goes on here live. So now what I want to do is I want to show you the email automations that are based on here. And this might blow your mind a little bit, but it's actually really simple, because you're going to see that we have our intro mail. This goes out to everyone, and this one tells people, you know, welcome to the workshop, blah, blah, blah. And then at each day event, we've got these emails that go out. After this event finishes, I will pause this event. Now I'll pause this event because if someone new signs up, they'll get this email. So every time an event finishes, I pause this. And then the next one, which we've got Rakesh on the 13th of the 3rd. Oh, by the way, 13th of the 3rd is my birthday, guys. So just so you know. Right? So it's okay. Look, nobody, not any response at all. I'll wear black. Okay. Brilliant. Right. Okay. Yeah, wear black. You always wear black, Scott. So yeah, so you've got so I basically turned this off. Thank you. Oh, look, birthday cakes. Oh, there's probably not enough candles. Right. Okay. So here we go. So marketing funnels there. That's going to be turned off. And we have inside there. So if I jump into this, you can see we have this in here. Right. So in here, this gives you a direct link to the Facebook group here. And we've also got a live link here to the Zoom itself. Now, you know, we start one-to-one sessions and then we stream this straight to Facebook. You guys jump in on the direct link. And the reason that you jump in on that direct link and how we've got that direct link is, as I just stop my share whilst I just check, I sometimes stop it just in case I've got any names coming up in here or email addresses. So let me just share again. Okay, these are lives. These are done in the one-to-one bookings, okay, inside here. So you can see that this one's running at the moment, and we've seen the completed ones here. They're all completed. I've got cloud recording turned on all of these. And inside here, this is the light. This is what I'm running now. You're going to see that it's secret, and we've got cloud recording turned on. And the link that I put into the email is this invite link here. So I can copy that and put that in the automations, and that's how you can send it out. So a lot of info. Yeah, Ellie. So take your time when you watch the replay, but there's a lot of info. I just want you to understand the power of marketing funnels. So that is it. Kevin, do you want to pop back? We can open up the mics and stuff, and I need to give you guys the homework as well for this.
I'm here.
Hello. Okay, I'm just going to drop the homework into the chat. Ellie, before you go. There you go. So you basically just got to create a lead magnet. Create a lead magnet and take a screenshot of it and put it in the group. And you can follow those three things. So you can talk about what you enjoyed about the workshop series, how you think it will benefit the group, because it's really important that the group understand what they're missing. And if it's going to help you, then it'll help them if you tell them about it. And also what you did, and a link to your opt-in page to try and get people to come in. And if you're loving the training series so far, we'd love you to give us a Trustpilot review. This is the halfway stage. We're going to be putting this link back out again at the end in the Q&A session. But that is, I think, my bit done. Yeah, absolutely. Upload the homework in the Facebook group, and it was deleted. I'm not sure why it was deleted. Try resubmitting it. Everyone who submits will get on the wheel of names draw that we're going to do on the Q&A.
Put the hashtag tour of Zenler on it, and I'll let the admin team know if it's got the hashtag on the post not to delete it and let it through.
shouldn't have been deleted.
It might have been auto done by Facebook. You know how weird they are at times.
Could
But
be.
in fact, I did get a few notifications from the group saying that there was some weird content that Facebook decided was no good. So it might have got caught up in that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, put it back in again and see if it goes through. But no, good session. Lots going on there. Lots of questions came in. Some I answered, some I didn't. You can all now come on screen if you wish. Your cameras are unlocked, I believe. There you go. And you can.
Hi, Kristen.
So if you've got questions, then feel free to jump on and ask. Sometimes it's easier to come on and ask or unmute yourself and ask than us try and decipher what you've written. Because some of them I looked at and I didn't really understand what the question was. So it's always easier to do that if you can.
As Sandy's got a question.
Someone mentioned in the chat, David, that you did a 10 video series on these marketing funnels. Can you guys drop the link to that? I would love to go through this a little slower.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what I'll do, Sandy, is where we've covered marketing. It's sometimes a bit too much information. It's like if you just look at what we've done here and you understand what we've done here, then might be enough for you at this stage. But we have done quite a lot of workshops on marketing funnels. But what I'll do is I'll drop them on the replay page. So when it goes out, there'll be some links under there for you to grab. So nice idea. I'll find the best ones and put them in there. Because a lot of it is rinse and repeat. I try and add new things in there, but sometimes it's a repeating thing. Under there for you to grab. So nice idea. I'll find the best ones and put them in. Who's got their thing on? Because all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, so hashtag is Tour of Zenler. So if you put that on your posts in Facebook, that would be cool. Joyce, CTA is a call to action. Someone's already answered that. So it's asking someone to do one thing. Sign up here, click here, subscribe here, whatever. So hopefully that clears that up. Other questions? Who else in here has got a question? Oh, two hands are up. Right, who wants to go first? Christina?
Hi, Christina.
Hello. My question is, so I want to do like a live 3-day challenge. So what I gathered is I would do it as like one-to-one bookings, so I wouldn't have to have them like register for 3 separate sessions and then just send the link for each of the like 3-day challenge, because I don't want to like pre-record it. I want to do it with them.
Right. Are you charging them for it?
No, I want to do it as my freebie. So like 15-minute, like 3 days in a row kind of a deal.
Yeah, this would probably be the best way of doing it then. I mean, you can, if you get them if you have a simple form, you can then use like the trigger funnel technique and just send the emails out to them. You haven't even got to set it up. But it's quite nice if you set it up like you saw. We've got that opt-in page, thank you page, and then a replay page. Really simple. We then use the automations to send out the direct invite link to them, and then people come straight in. So it's a really good way of doing it. There's a lot of different ways of doing it. Of course, you could do it as a course. You could set up the individual events as reoccurring 3 times and do it that way. But I like this. It's just nicer. And you can repurpose it as well. So you could clone it for the next time you do it.
All right. Thank you.
That's all right, Christina.
Sabrina?
Thank you. Hello from Costa Rica.
Hello.
Hey, that's nice.
Thank you. I was wondering, I don't have Excel and in my life, I just hate emails and I just hate all these marketing funnels. So I need to switch my brain into, okay, this is what it works. But where does all the emails are kept so I can have my own database? Is it on an Excel, a spreadsheet? Is internal of New Zenler? how can I have that information that those are my leads? Thank you.
It's all kept within the Zenler platform, so nothing to do with Excel or anything like that. We're not going to get heavily into it now, but we're covering emails and the whole email system on Saturday. So our next session is communities, but the Saturday session we're looking at the whole email system. So we'll go back through automations, we'll go through broadcast emails, we'll go through lists, tags, all of that stuff on Saturday. So that will give you a better understanding, but it's all kept within Zenler. You don't have to go outside for any of it, and you don't have to download or upload or any of that rubbish. It's really, really easy.
Yeah, what you just trying to find out the leads that you generate from the site. Well, that's easy. Inside of Zenler itself, you can see all the leads that have been generated, so you can actually go into the funnel itself. Let me just hold on. Let me properly share my screen. Go over and do through there. Share. Okay, can you see that? So I'm in this funnel, this top 5 tip funnel, and if I've got any, I haven't got any leads, but you'll get numbers appear here. So you get conversion rates, how many people, so I had 100 people visit my site and 50 of them converted. This would show 50%, okay? 50% conversion rate. Then you would have the leads in there, so 50, and there'd probably be 100 visitors in there, okay?
Have you got the Tour of Zenler page open, David?
Pardon?
Have you got the Tour of Zenler one open? Because that will have stats in there.
They'll also have email addresses. I can't show them, GDPR. Yeah, so under here, if you have leads in there, you just click the leads and you'll see them because it will take you to your leads and they'll all appear in here. You can also filter, so you can also use filtering to find out subscribers of the funnel. So you can switch between, look, you can see this 5-day, but you could switch that out and you could add others in there. So you can actually filter down everything all the way through, which is really cool. Has that helped you? Yeah, so you don't lose them. If they're on there and they've signed up, you've captured them. For the email content, you've always got it in the system, so you can always go in and see what you created. You can view it, you can copy it, you can paste it into other things, so you don't lose any of the content. You don't really need to capture it on an Excel database or anything. And even then you can, because you can go into reports and you can export it out as a CSV file if you wanted to, that data.
Patricia on Facebook's asked a question. How long will we have the replays for? In Facebook, they'll get deleted out in 30 days because this is the new Facebook thing. But if you sign up via a link, then it will be there as long as that site's available. We can't. The only time it will change is if there's dramatic changes to the system, and therefore it becomes out of date. But it will be there certainly for the foreseeable future. So you can go and grab them now. Tiffany's got a question. How do I make sure we are GDPR compliant? And this actually, somebody else asked this further up the chat. I can't find the thing now, but they were saying they don't actually want someone to opt into something because they fear the ramifications of GDPR. They'd rather just say, have it and not.
It was me, Kevin.
Was that you? So do you want to explain that a little bit, what you meant by that? Because that
I
really
feel like
worries
such an
me.
idiot.
No, don't. Look, GDPR has been made to be this big monstrous beast.
I know.
Scary, right?
So I think the issue is that if we're asking for, basically we just want people to get this guide at the moment and to use it. Happy days. But obviously, so the thing is that I was concerned about is, okay, now I'm going to collect their email addresses, but I didn't see anywhere on the funnel that there was anything that they were clicking that it was okay that we collected them. So that was the first thing. And then the other thing is, it's like, and this, I'm sure you're going to cover this in the email section, but it was like, okay, now I've got these email addresses, but I'm not just going to randomly spam these people, because that's, that would be, if obviously never going to spam them. But if you were collecting email addresses like for a newsletter, then they had subscribed to the newsletter, but these people were just wanting to download this document. So then how can you send them anything other than the document? So that was that's my question. Multiple parts of that question.
Yeah,
No.
it's kind of it's like you it's good to make sure it's all about clarity, isn't it? If you're
Exactly.
clear as
Exactly.
part, if you want to write in there, as part of you joining, this is why I followed up, as you're going to receive this on these things, events and stuff that's going on. So they're clear. But remember that all of the emails go out have the unsubscribe on them. It's granular unsubscribe. They can go and unsubscribe from everything if they like. And as long as you follow that, you're not trying to deceive anyone. As long as you're crystal clear, no one's going to come after you, because it's like they're getting
It's not
this.
so much it's not so much about them coming after us, it's about us. Like, I mean, it's just being overly sensitive, which I know isn't a very healthy characteristic for somebody who's trying to get involved with email marketing. But it's just like, just need to be clear. And I need to have, the thing for me was, I didn't know how we would be GDPR compliant. Is there specific text we have to put in there, or is it a tick button? Or because I know that on the system there's a button about GDPR, but I was just confused.
Right. So obviously my caveat is I'm not a GDPR solicitor, right? So,
Fine.
however,
We're in Spain, so
I've done email marketing for 25 years. So before GDPR became a thing, right, there was good practice GDPR, good practice in email marketing and bad practice. A bit like SEO, there was black hat SEO and there was white hat SEO, good SEO, bad
100%.
SEO, right? So people that were good email marketers would always use sort of the rules of let them know what they're signing up for, give them what they're signing up for, and explain to them what they're going to get, and then give them an out, right? Before GDPR was even a thing, good marketers did that. So if they signed up for a checklist about dogs, you send them the checklist about dogs. You say, I'm going to tell you about stuff and maybe products about dogs, but if you don't want it, unsubscribe here. That complies with GDPR.
Perfect.
What the problem with GDPR and why it really came about was because people were getting them to sign up. They weren't really giving them what they signed up for. They were then getting their data, selling it on, or selling them stuff that was completely irrelevant to what they wanted. So they'd sign up for a list about dogs and they'd sell them a cat harness, or a horse saddle. And they'll go, well, hang on a minute.
Or an insurance policy.
Exactly. So the whole premise of GDPR was about relevance and choice.
Yeah.
Right? Make it relevant and they'll be happy because they've chosen to get what you're offering by giving you an email address. But that doesn't mean you can't market to them. You just have to market to them for the reason that they've opted in. So if they've opted in about dog training, you can market dog training to them. You can even make offers about dog training to them. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's all relevant. And that's really, in a nutshell, what GDPR is. So the best way to do it without having a tick box to say you consent, all of that, is just put a little line of text. We may send you marketing materials and sales offers regarding blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't want it, unsubscribe. And then put it on the confirmation page as well. Right. So it's there twice. Because if anybody said to you, well, hang on a minute, I wasn't aware you'd send me marketing stuff. Well, you could turn around and say, well, you opted in here and it said it there before. You opted in here when we give you the gift afterwards, right? So you've seen it twice. If you ain't read it, that's your problem.
Yeah, 100%. Got you. Okay.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you could also do a double opt-in if you wanted to. So, like, just for instance, you could, and I've done a video on it. But if you have a form on the start of the funnel page that says, sign up for this, and then they put their name and their email, you could then have an automated email that fires out to them for another step in the funnel, takes them back in. Can you put your details in again for the double opt-in? And then when they do that, then the email fires with their goodies. So you can do it however you want to. It's how, but you're always, as marketers, you're always thinking of the most frictionless way of doing it.
100%.
So if you've got nice, clear messaging, just like Kevin said, that said, look, this is, you signed up for this and we're going to send you information because you're interested. I like to think people sign up for something not just to grab the freebie, but just to, because they're interested in the subject. Because otherwise obviously there are loads of people out there that just like freebies. I don't know why. They're like course collectors, they collect courses. They
We've
never
all
do
been
any
guilty
of
of that once in our life, haven't we? Okay.
I don't know why, but they are
Uh,
signed up all over the place to all these
Yeah.
things, and I think it's clarity, just like Kevin was saying there.
But be
Okay,
aware
thank you very much. Yeah.
that a double opt-in does not make you GDPR compliant.
Mm.
No.
If you still mismarket, you
Okay.
will fall foul of that.
Okay.
Mm.
So I like what Scott said. I didn't read the whole thing, but I saw he said a summary. He said basically what the GDPR is putting into law what a good marketer should do anyway, which is
100%.
what you said. Yeah.
And all
Okay.
of the good marketers, when everybody else was burning their lists 3 or 4 years ago, when GDPR became a thing in Europe and everyone was panicking and burning their lists and deleting them all the good marketers were sitting there laughing their heads off going, we're just carrying on because we're doing the right thing here. And all of the others, even though some of them were doing the right thing, just panicked and they just deleted it all out. And then they're like, I wish I hadn't done that. But then, of course, they can't just add them back in again because people have to opt in. You can't you can't delete them out and then just throw them in a list again because that is not the right way to do it. So they had to go back to everybody again and go, look, would you like to opt back in again because I've screwed up? So
I was making so much money at that time with doing the GDPR cookies into people's sites. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
well, I was fortunate enough to have one of the leading GDPR solicitors as a client. So we knew what was coming through before they knew what was coming through. And she was like very, very level-headed about it all and said, look, just don't panic. Because I think even secure people felt a bit of panic about it because it was new, it was big. They were talking about big fines and everyone was like, oh my God, everyone's going to be destroyed. But it really was targeting the spammers, the people mismarketed and the people not doing the right thing. And that's what the focal point of it was. And I think for most people that they're okay as long as they've learned the right way. So I wouldn't panic about it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Cool. Have we got any more questions?
No, I don't think, maybe not on marketing funnels. Should be a lively one on the emails.
I think the email one is going to be interesting, for sure. I don't know if we did do an email marketing boot camp at one point, didn't we? I think.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, tutorial site, guys. You go there, you're going to see a load of content. We've revamped it so it's much easier for you to get to the areas as well. So check under marketing and you'll see lots of stuff on there on emails and everything else. Mammy ran a 3-day email marketing challenge.
Yeah. But remember, the tour of Zenler is really about just getting you to see something in a system you're probably already using that will improve what you're doing. It doesn't mean you've got to sit there and look at what David's done and go, right, I've now got to create 5 funnels. You haven't. Right. If you get the concept of one and you go, actually, the video one would really fit into my business, then go and do that. Right. And disregard everything else. If it's just that one thing, then that's what this is designed for. So then you can explore it further as you progress. I think a lot of people I talk to in Zenler, they sort of get very comfortable with what they think they've got, yet it's nowhere near the capability of what the system can produce. And this really, as we've segregated it out into each section, is look, you're probably using some of this, but did you know? Right, and that's the key really on this, which is why you can go back on the replay, you can forward and pause and do whatever you want on it to learn the bit that you want, but you don't have to do everything because we got quite deep into some of this stuff, and some of it
that's the thing. It's like with that we did. How long did it take to do the lead mag award? About 12 minutes. So you see how quick it can be, and the video series funnel, what maybe 20 minutes or maybe less. I don't know. So you can see how quick you can do this stuff.
I'll put a caveat on this, David, as I keep reminding you, not everybody works as fast as you do, right? Some of us,
No, but I mean, watch
myself
time. I mean,
included,
watch
take a little
time.
bit longer, right? So if you're timing yourself, you haven't got, it's not like a challenge, do it in 12 minutes, right? If you take half
10
an
minutes.
hour, it is cool.
Yeah, sorry, I do go, but yeah, that's a good thing. You can pause it. But all I mean is it's quick. And the longest part of this stuff is just preparation, like having your text for the email automations, having those PDFs or the videos done. And if you've got them on your desktop and it's organized, it's then quite quick. You don't have to add colors and things like that. You could leave it as it is, and it would be so quick to do then. You could leave it in those colors, change the text. It's not going to take you long to do it. And you have something that is you've completed, you've finished it, especially for you guys that are not doing it, not using it. All the other stuff I talked about, like I said at the beginning, is just to understand you can do it. I don't expect you to go, what's he doing now? He's doing that, he's clicking there, he's clicking there. If you understand it can be done, you can reach out to us. You can say on the Facebook group, David, I saw you did that thing in the session. Can you do me a little video on a bit slower, showing me how you did that part? Of course, I'm going to do it for you. Or people are going to chime in and help you or send you to a video where you've already done it. But it's more to like really astound you with what marketing funnels can do, not just what everyone thinks they should do.
And of course, if you delve into an area and you want to know more, we've got the complete guide to Zenler as your backup. So go in there and have a look, because there's all of the tutorials in there. And we've also got YouTube where there's a lot of very specific stuff on there. Don't just go through the playlists, go in and do a search, because there's like 1,500 videos, but in the playlist, there's not that many. So just go in and search all videos if you're looking for something. So if you're looking for funnels and you want different ideas there, just go to YouTube, type funnel into the Zenler account, and it will come up with a whole heap of stuff. Yeah. So all of the, thank you, Sandra, for putting those in. Sandy, sorry.
Oh, brilliant.
Cool. Right, have we got any more for any more, or are we ready to wrap up? I think we're almost ready to wrap up, yeah? If we haven't answered questions on Facebook, we will come back to them once the lives are ended. David, thanks for your session today. It's been brilliant, as always. Very informative, great questions, great interaction. We are going to, on the replay page as well, put a little end module in there or something, just asking you to leave a review for the tour. That would be great. You might have reviewed Zenler before, but obviously this is ongoing stuff for us. So it's good to let people outside of Zenler know the resources that we're building for people to use in the system. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, that would be great. Of course, Thursday's a good one. So Thursday, 1 o'clock GMT, we've got Rakesh on, and he's going to go through the new communities. There's been a couple of updates dropped the last couple of weeks. There might even be some more before Thursday as well. I know there's been a huge amount of talk around the new communities. How can you use it? We've got all sorts of, questions before they join, stuff like we do in Facebook groups now. There's a lot going on now that's really, really good. So we've talked about blogging to get clients in. We've talked about funnels to get clients in. Well, this is communities that we can use to nurture client, but also to market what we do. Because if we have an open community, there's an SEO benefit to it. So we'll look at that as well. So Rakesh is going to run that session Thursday. So if communities is on the plans for you, if you've got a Facebook community and you're sick and tired of it, then maybe this is the answer. And Thursday is where you can come along and find out a little bit more about it. At some point, we're going to be moving Zenler out of Facebook, and it's going to come into our own community area. And we're ready to do that. And when our users are ready to do it, you lot are not all ready to do that right now. We're getting a little bit of pushback about it. So we're sort of working it out quite slowly, but there will be a transition over. So I think, and at the end of this particular workshop might be where we start to do that transition. So I'll let you know about that on the 11th session, if that interests you. So all that's left to say is thank you very much for turning up. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you on Thursday, or I'll see you on Thursday, Rakesh. David's going to be drinking champagne and eating birthday cake.
I'll come on, say hello.
Not after drinking a bottle of champagne, you won't. But yeah, no, if you want to pop on by all means. But Thursday's going to be me and Rakesh, and then we're back with, I think, David on Saturday talking emails, or it might be man-made. I'm not sure yet. One or other. And then we start wrapping up the workshop, so which is great. So that's it. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you online or at the next session on Thursday. See you later.